Hello and welcome back to another episode of PNBTalks. Picture this. It's March 13th. You're probably in your student house in Hamilton and you just read the article about McMaster moving to online for the rest of the semester after refreshing the page over and over. Maybe you were a little excited at first. Midterm got canceled. You get to spend some more time with your family. Fast forward a month and a half when exams are wrapping up, you realize you don't have a job for the summer. And honestly, you're really bored. So as any other person would do, you download TikTok. You spend hours scrolling and scrolling, watching infinite videos on anything from whipped coffee to dance trends. Charli D'Amelio who? Addison Rae what? Renegade where? Well, what if I told you that dance can be more than a silly TikTok trend? Let's look at this from a psychological perspective. Dance is all around us. From seeing it on social media to dancing in the club, dance is actually an evolutionary adaptation. Dance has been integrated into human culture and way of life. In the past, groups that danced and moved together were more likely to survive. Now I know what you're thinking, Hannah, dancing is just a fun way to move, right? How can dance possibly increase the survival of a group? I'm going to answer this question in 3 different steps. First, dance increases a group's ability to cooperate with one another. In one study, participants were shown a video of a group dancing in which the movements aligned versus one where the movements misaligned. The participants overwhelmingly perceived the aligned movement group to be more bonded with higher ratings of closeness. Dance promotes cohesion that leads to effective cooperation by showing a shared intentionality, where dancers can actively collaborate to produce a joint action. Evolutionarily, a group that could cooperate was better able to resolve internal conflicts and better able to work to achieve a common goal. Second, synchronized movements indicate social bonding within a group. We tend to like people that are like us, so dancing with someone and matching their movement is one way of doing this. And this idea is an extension of the chameleon effect, a type of behavioral mimicry where we tend to adopt the postures, gestures, facial expressions, and even mannerisms of our interaction partners. Humans are social beings, and mimicry is used to serve a social function by fostering the relationships we form with others. And nonverbal behaviors play a significant role in communicating messages to others. One study showed that when a researcher mimicked their participants' posture and gestures, there was an increase in rapport later on between the 2 individuals. And this behavioral mimicry is often referred to as social glue, because we tend to form better connections with the people that we synchronize our movement with. And lastly, mirroring, which is specifically imitating movements, emotions, and even intentions, can enhance emotional understanding and empathy for others. In order to empathize and understand the intention behind another's emotional actions, we need to create a representation of that action within our own brain. When we perform or even observe a movement, specific areas of the cerebral cortex that are specifically implicated in motor movement are activated. And then this activation is translated to the amygdala, where we have our emotional regulation is processed. And then this activation allows us to understand the emotional intention behind the movement. So engaging in this mirroring of movement can then lead to greater empathy by the person that's doing the mirroring. Since it's great that we understand the evolutionary past of dance, but how does this impact our present and possibly the future? Dance can be used as a therapy for autism spectrum disorder, or ASD, for the individuals that want to seek therapy. Individuals with ASD often struggle with social communication and interaction, and dance can target the specific social and emotional absences. The lack of imitation and synchronization may be the reason behind the struggle with social communication. And because we just learned that synchronizing and imitating can increase rapport, closeness, and positive social consequences, teaching individuals with ASD these skills through dance can significantly improve their social skills. And before wrapping up, I just want to reiterate why dance is so important. First, we have communication, or cooperation. Dance increases a group's ability to communicate, which in turn allows a group to resolve internal conflicts and to work to achieve a common goal. Next, we have social bonds. Synchronized movements help us to create connections with the individuals around us. And lastly, empathy. These 3 evolutionary mirroring enhances our emotional understanding and empathy for others. And it's these 3 evolutionary advantages of dance is the reason why dance is so effective as a therapy for individuals with ASD. And although I'm sure Charli D'Amelio just started TikTok as a way to waste time, the roots of dance spread farther than that. Dance has evolutionary advantages that date far back before our time. Dance influences cooperation, it helps promote social bonding, and it even improves our emotional understanding for others. And these three aspects of dance allow for a fun, innovative, and effective therapy for individuals with ASD. And with that, I rest my case that TikTok is indeed good for your health. Thank you.